The Inspector General concluded that texts between FBI agents implied one of them, quote, might be willing to take official action against then-candidate Donald Trump. Yet key players are at odds over whether that means their bias impacted their investigations.
This report did not find any evidence of political bias or improper considerations actually impacting the investigation under review.
Chris Wray, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Chris, there are consequences. This was a bitterly disappointing report.
Let's turn now to brand new, well, officially, Fox News contributor Andrew McCarthy. He's an esteemed former assistant U.S. attorney. He's been tracking this for a long time, along with all the Mueller stuff and everything else that's going on. Andy, great to have you with us tonight.
Great to be here, Shannon. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about what we learned today. I want to start with this comment from Congressman Trey Gowdy earlier tonight on Special Report.
Peter Strzok, the FBI agent who was on Hillary Clinton's investigation and arguably the lead Russia investigator, not only wanted to stop his campaign, but once he won, got on the Mueller probe because he wanted to impeach him. That is a level of animus and bias that everyone should reject.
All right, Andy, the overall conclusion, though, of the Inspector General is that if there was political bias, they didn't see evidence it factored into any of the decisions made on the investigation. Does that settle it for you?
No, it really doesn't, because think about how carefully they're wording this, Shannon. I really don't like it when they say there's no evidence, because that means there's like no suggestion in the record that bias could have been a factor. And what they're saying here, and it's very carefully done, is that what the IG was evaluating were a series of judgment calls, and they were not going to second-guess people's discretionary judgment because their metric was the decision made irrational, not whether they agreed with it or whether it was the only decision that could have been made under the circumstances. If that's where you're coming from, and you're also saying at the same time there's pervasive evidence that they had bias, they can't rule out the fact that bias may have played in and may have actually have been decisive. So what they're actually saying is, we don't have evidence here from which we can conclude for a certainty that bias was what the driving factor was here, but they can't discount it. And for them to continue to say there's no evidence that bias played a role here is just preposterous. That's not what the report says.
Well, it feels a little bit like the day that James Comey, then FBI director, came out and outlined this entire case of what had happened with Hillary Clinton, and then at the end said, but there's nothing prosecutable here. We're going to decline to move forward with any recommendation along that line. Now, something I learned for the first time today here is that there were actually 5 different FBI employees that they found text and messages that they were concerned about. We've all heard about Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, but there are other people that we don't have a name yet for. Do you think we'll get those?
I think eventually we'll get a lot more information than we have now, particularly in the congressional hearings. And I think where we'll end up getting a lot of information, Shannon, is when we get the other half of the story. I mean, if you think about what happened here, the FBI, and this is evident from the text messages of Strzok and Page, they considered the Clinton emails investigation and the Trump-Russia investigation as a single continuum, to the point that when Cruz dropped out of the race and it was clear that Trump was going to be the nominee, the first thing that these two say is, in reacting to Trump being the nominee, man, we got to get this Hillary Clinton emails investigation done. It means it ratchets up the pressure to end mid-year exam, which is what they call this. In the minds of the agents, this was one series of investigations together that impacted the election. And the reason this is important is you can look at all of the different decisions that got weighed by Inspector General Horowitz and look at them in the isolation of the Clinton emails case and say, yeah, you know, that looks reasonable. Maybe that's reasonable. Might not have been what I have done, but okay. But what you don't get is comparing how they handled the emails investigation to how they handled the Trump-Russia investigation. So if you look, for example, at a decision that they make to give a guy immunity, even though they had ironclad evidence that he had lied to the FBI and was involved in the destruction of evidence, they make a case for why it was reasonable to give the guy immunity. And if you looked at that in the abstract, you'd say, okay, well, maybe not what I would have done, but reasonable. You don't get to compare that to the 5 guys that Mueller has investigated, where the lies that were told were not near the core of what he was investigating, and yet, having them over the barrel, he prosecuted every single one of them for false statements. And got them to cooperate in that fashion.
Yeah, a lot of people putting these side by side have those same questions tonight. Andy, thank you for your excellent analysis, always.
Thanks, Shannon.